Hello, everyone. So I am here with the astrology of January 6th to the 12th. Okay. Thank you for being with me. If you want to go to the direct date of the week, go down to the description. It has a timestamp. If you need an appointment with me, also there. So let's just talk about this year. This year is year number 9. And so that means that this is an end, a culmination of a 9-year cycle. We go through cycles of 9 years that are made to create the manifestations that we'd like to the future, and then see them evolve and see them if they are being able to be accomplished. And the year number 9 is our hermit year. It's the one where we sit there and we kind of see if we made the right choices for ourselves, if the person that we want to become is in alignment with the things that we're willing to let go of. Because sometimes we manifest things and we don't realize the things that we must release to be able to move forward. A lot of healing must be done, a lot of releasing of toxic habits, people, places, and things. And so sometimes we have to rethink our ideas. So week number 9 is all about the rethinking. It's like, are we going to end the cycle? Are we going to move on? Or is it something that we kind of like? And this should go with your personal year number. It's all like a numerology thing. But for a collective, this is the loop of letting things go. This is very important because since we are in this energy of and this new start for the new year 2025, this is it's all about ending cycles. And we have the potential to create a new life for ourselves, but it depends on how much we're willing to release. And what is that word? Like, let go and let God, that kind of energy. Okay. So now let's go through the week so that you know what to expect and how this will negatively or positively affect you and how to prepare yourself. Now, I do want to tell you that every year, my guides have a way of giving me a theme of the year. Last year was it's time to release your parents. So this would be or in family. So this is like all that it's your fault, you didn't raise me right, blah blah blah. You guys didn't love me enough, blah blah blah, homeless stuff, all that shit from this is your parents' problems. That was all of last year. That was what we were letting go of, processing through, and be able to move forward. If we didn't finish that cycle, we will continue it on this entire 2025. Just keep that in mind, okay? But this year is taking accountability and responsibility. So that means any person that attacks me, I want to know why they're attacking me, right? What can I do to change myself, my circumstances, and my surroundings, my mindset, whatever it is that I need to change so this person has no access to me anymore and so they cannot hurt me anymore. Okay, we all have resources. It's our fear sometimes of the consequences of these resources that we use, right? And some of them are instilled by the same people that are doing us harm. So keep that in mind. Also, responsibility, as in, I want to be healthier. It's my responsibility to change the habits, the thought processes, and everything that I want to move forward. I want to have a better self esteem. It's my responsibility to be able to move that forward. It's my responsibility to tell myself, even though I don't want to, I will, because I'm responsible for me and this is my life. That is the energy of the entire year of 2025. And that's how my guides are telling me. Okay. So now let's start with this Monday that will give you the overall energy of the first full year of 2025. Monday the 6th. The biggest thing about Monday is that we enter Mars retrograde in Cancer. This is a very big impact because this is coinciding with Mercury in Sagittarius and it's squaring Neptune in Pisces. Look, this energy of Mars retrograde in Cancer will be from the 6th of January till the 23rd of February. Okay. And it's turbulence because it's fire combining with water. Fire is being muted, it's being stopped. Fire is our action energy, our divine masculine energy, our movement energy is being stopped by our emotions. And our emotions are kind of conflicted. I wouldn't really 1,000% believe your intuition, especially if you have a lot of wounding that you haven't processed through, because your intuition is gearing you incorrectly because of this retrograde. You might experience turbulence, stagnation, drawbacks because of the fact that you're feeling this tug of war emotionally of should I, shouldn't I, should I, shouldn't I, because your emotions are kind of up in the air. I keep seeing the two of um, the two of pentacles. I don't know why I keep seeing it in this deck, and it's like a guy on a boat juggling two coins. Oh, here it is. And the time too, because it is, this is divine timing. Okay, so you see how he has the two clocks, he's looking at the two clocks, he's shoveling things, walking on a tightrope, and the water is turbulent behind him. The water is the collective, because collectively we are all going through a nine cycle, and as a collective nine cycle there will be a lot of collective turbulence. Okay, so this is government changes, economic changes, spiritual changes, a lot of turbulence, belief systems, and all the foundations that we had, all our five, all our hierophants are kind of breaking down, and it's causing turbulence. So we'll feel that in the external, but then we're also going to feel it in the internal. And that is what this turbulence is all about, from January 6th all the way to the 23rd. So be very mindful not to believe too much um, what's going through your head. I would question the spirit. I would see if it's linked to any kind of wound that we haven't passed through, and then process it, because Mercury in Sagittarius is a lot of chatter. Okay, it's a lot of chatter, but it's squaring Neptune and Pisces, so it's distorted chatter. It just feels wrong. So be very, very mindful. And I know that this is what's happening on January 6th, but I would just push that cycle all the way till the February 23rd, because it is going to be turbulent like that. All the other messages you receive, always have that back in your mind, that you should question the spirit, you should question your emotions, and question your intuition, because if they are very strongly linked with your emotions, and the world in general is in turbulence. Okay, so that's what's happening on Monday. So now let's go to Tuesday. Tuesday, the 7th, the moon is in Taurus. It forms a sextile with Venus and Pisces. Um, so this is a time of a lot of potential, and it's a lot of potential with this energy of the moon in Taurus. Moons have a way of moving our emotions, but Taurus is very grounded. So you're having this, like, I want to say, reprieve of the chaos to kind of make you very practical and stable in your thought process. This is when you're losing your shit and you take a moment and you're like, wait a second, come back. I'm losing my mind. There's something off. Okay, what do I want? So remember how I told you the entire year is taking responsibility, right? And accountability for your life. I would have like a big post-it or whatever, post it all over the place or whatever, big reminders of this is my goal. If you're focused on that end goal, that is your life and where you want to be, the turbulence will not negatively impact you. Okay. So I would take this Tuesday to really hone into what do I want? What am I accomplishing? What is emerging in my life? And use like a meditative practice where you're either meditating, praying, or taking a moment of respite. This can be cleaning, tidying up, doing some gardening work, whatever calls you, to kind of connect that energy. So before I would actually do this in a daily. This is my focus. My focus is this end goal. Let's talk. And then just have that moment with yourself, at least 5-10 minutes every single day, to keep that focus so that you keep moving in that direction. It's a way to be able to move forward. Like when you're teaching a kid how to swim, you're like, yeah, you're going to pay attention to that spot, just keep trying to go to that spot. And they're not focusing on all the things that are moving all around them. They're just focusing on trying to tread water to get to that spot. That's what I'm feeling. Okay, I hope the person that understands that will know what I'm talking about. Now let's go to Wednesday. Wednesday the 8th, Mercury will enter Capricorn and align perfectly with supportive energies that will help you move forward. Okay. So what's happening with Mercury entering Capricorn is we're finally, Capricorn is no longer bound to Pluto, because we had that Capricorn and Pluto for a long time, and it was Capricorn, like literally showing you what was binding you, what was slowing you down. And now now that Mercury is entering Capricorn, they're actually asking you, like, what do you want to aspire to have? What is your inspiration? What do you want to create? What confusion or what anxieties keep coming up every single time you think about that? Let's start working past that doubt. Let's start working past that worry. Let's start processing that, and so that it no longer is our hiccup. So again, since we have our point of reference, I keep like looking to the side here, it's like a light, and then I keep wanting to go directly to that light, right? All this turbulence that comes internal because of the retrograde, but also external because of the world, doesn't matter. What do I need to do to get that? What right now is being triggered? I'm responsible for my triggers, not somebody else. And that's really interesting, because I've been seeing a lot of that too. People talking about, you're triggering me, you're triggering me. And then they say, it's your fault. You have to change, blah, 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 because you're triggering me. No, no, no. You don't understand how triggers work. Triggers is, you're triggering me. What is wrong within me that makes me get triggered by you? How can I fix that? What is the limit inside of myself? Do I need to create boundaries? Do I need to heal a childhood wound? Do I have to do something? It's a you work, not that person work. They're living their life and they're doing them. You have to learn how to do you, right? And I think that's one of the things that are a little bit off of the collective in general. They believe that everybody around them are responsible for them and for their well-being and for them feeling good and for them to have a best life. No, nobody is responsible for you, only you. And I know that's going to trigger a lot of people, but the reality is that's what's wrong with the world right now. If we're responsible for us, and when we start taking responsibility for us, then our world changes, because we're the active players in this life. As long as somebody else is the reason that we have a problem or a turbulence, then, and it's their fault, it's their fault, it's their fault, right? Then we no longer have strength, we no longer have power, we can no longer be us. We can't change the world if we're a child. We can only change a world if we're an adult, and adults take responsibility, right? Well, true adults, not child adults. Okay, so that's what this is all about. Mercury entering Capricorn is kind of telling you, hey, we saw all the things that blocked us during Pluto in Capricorn. We saw all the things we let take power from us. So, what do I have to do now to return that power, so I have no more confusion, so I have no more doubt, and we return the power to me, the responsibility to me, and I become the steward of my reality? Because if you're wearing the crown, you're having the weight of that crown in your head. And that's the reason why a lot of people like to blame another person or something around them for their limitations, because what happens then is that no longer do I have to say, it's because of me. I can say it's because of where I live. It's because of my family. It's because of this friend. It's because of my job. It's because of my partner. Okay. And so that is where the shift of Capricorn no longer being influenced by Pluto is affecting us. We no longer can blame something else for our shortcomings. And Aquarius having Pluto is kind of being real with ourselves and seeing our own shortcomings. Okay, take this time and just kind of like, again, point your finger. That's where I want to be. What was stopping me in 2024? How did I let this person get this power? What book, what resource, whatever do I need to work in to move forward in that direction? Maybe I should disconnect a little bit from social media. That's a thought process. So let's move on to Thursday. Thursday the 9th. The moon is in Taurus, conjunct Uranus in Taurus. I love this energy, because when there's a lot of Taurus energy, it's literally the bull breaking down damn walls. Okay. This gives me this energy um, of, oh my gosh, why is it slipping my mind? Okay. Of Ganesha. Um, Ganesha is, he's a Hindu deity, and that is the head of an elephant, and he's well known to break down limitations, block, obstructions. And this is internal and external. With the energy of the nine is kind of like breakthrough energy. I would literally focus my meditations, my rituals, my whatever I do, prayers, intentions, mantras on. I break down walls, I break down barriers because it's really possible. With the Uranus energy, that's all about change, and conjuncting with two Taurus's energies, literally, it's like, let's break down this wall. Now, keep in mind though, sometimes we ask for things that we're not ready for. And sometimes we break down walls that then create a little bit of chaos in our lives because of the fact that they're strongly anchored into a belief system that we have about ourselves or our world. So we are acting on creating chaos energy, right? But remember that if you're being provoked internally, your soul is telling you, break down that damn wall, then it's time for you to do so. And you're strong enough and you have the attributes from these last 9 years to be able to work past the chaos that comes in. Just know, just take it easy like a Sunday morning and flow like a river. Okay. So now let's go to Friday. Friday, the 10th, the moon will enter Gemini. Um, and then create an alignment with Jupiter and Gemini. Again, two signs hanged up together, Gemini with Gemini, which is all about communications and about relationships. Jupiter is about expansion. This is an amazing energy because what you're being called to do is talk, mingle, connect, because you have people, places, things, and energies that can potentially help you in this expansive energy that you want to bring into 2025. Now, 2025 is all about the death, right? These snakes shedding their skin. And this is the wood snake, which is all about our our true nature, our grounded nature being shed. And so our real nature comes through. So this has such a potential to create so much change. And you can channel that change by connecting to the right people, places, things, energies, and frequencies. I mean, honestly, use it. This is a week of potential, like so much potential. But as long as you stay focused on your goal and don't let the turbulent waters bother you, you can be anything as long as you focus. Um, that means anything that would distract you, anything that would bring you down, any readings, any books, anything that would, or even news that would make you feel that there is no possibility of you receiving what you know is right for your life. Forget it. Unplug just for this year so that you can give yourself the potential to create that reality that you know that you deserve. But again, taking responsibility for it. Okay. Now let's go to Sunday. Sunday, we have, oh no, not Sunday, Saturday. Sorry, Saturday. Saturday the 11th, the moon is in Gemini still, and now does a square with Venus and Pisces. Okay, so now we still have that dramatic change of the communication, right? But now we have this square energy, and the square energy comes from our intuition. And this is where I'm telling you, you have to be careful with that um, Mars retrograde in Cancer, okay? Because Venus is all about our desires and Pisces is all about our psychic ability, our emotions. And so what it's saying is you are expanding, you're connecting, you're channeling information, you're growing, whatever. And then all of a sudden you have this thought process of, but what if I can't? And then you start having this doubt. Your intuition, the signs are telling you all the things that are possibly going to go wrong, blah, 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 all kinds of stuff. This is good because they're showing you what's wrong within that you need to take accountability for, responsibility for, what you have to shift so that you can become what you say you want to become. Because we all have inner doubts, fears, worries, and insecurities that we need to confront to be able to become who we are meant to become, right? So take this time to really hone in I guess like hone into what it is that's coming up as a challenge and how can I potentially take advantage of this negative energy and transmute it into something positive. Remember, anyone that is stopping you from becoming who you're supposed to become in this year 2025, it is just a mirror of an energy that lies within you that you need to heal. As soon as you confront it within yourself, that energy has no power over you. All right. So now let's go finally to Sunday. Sunday the 12th, Mars is in Cancer and it creates a trine with Neptune in Pisces. Okay, so Mars in Cancer, and we already have that in retrograde. So it's amplifying that energy, and then it's amplifying it even more with the trine in Neptune, which is talking about your subconscious, and Pisces, which is talking about your psyche. So this is literally delving deep into your subconscious mind and seeing the things that are being called into the forefront by this Mars in Cancer. It's an emotional block that you have created. What is it? Where did it come from? How can you heal it? Start expanding yourself in that movement. And then you'll see, like, you become, it's like that healer, heal thine self, right? As you start healing yourself and exploring the subconscious mind that is creating this block of emotions, that is creating sicknesses, doubts, fears, all this shit. As soon as you start going into it, all of a sudden you start becoming stronger, and you start becoming stronger because you realize that this was just a fear that was implanted inside of you by yourself, by your experiences, by the people that you grew up with, by the environment you grew up with. And this is not you. You deserve it. You are worth it. You can do it. And this is the energy that I'm feeling for the entire week. It's one where you are being gifted the ability to take responsibility and to be the holder of your crown, of your world, and of your reality. I hope this helps you, everybody, and we'll see you the next time.